Good morning everyone. This is Standard 6 Science. We are discussing Chapter 9 Living Organisms, Characteristics and Habitats. The topic we will cover in this video, that is interdependence between the plants and animals. Okay, now we are going to see this interdependence. Okay, no organism can live independently. Okay, in any habitats like plants and animals, they are called biotic components, depend upon each other, and on on non-living component, that is abiotic components of the environment. This is known as interdependence. Here it is written also that the way of living thing depend upon each other. Okay, and you can see here no plant or animal lives alone. Each depends in some way upon others, plant or animals, for energy in order to live, grow and reproduce. So now we are coming to the plants and animals depend upon each other. The different ways that the animals and plants are interdependent in an ecosystem, because they depend upon each other for basic survival need like food, protection, shelter and propagations. Okay, their needs. Plant provide food for animals and humans who cannot make their own food like plants do. So the animals, the human beings, they are totally depend upon the plants. Okay, the animals, herbivorous animals, they are eating the plants. Okay, and these plants are preparing their food with the help of sunlight, carbon dioxide, okay, and water. They are depend upon the abiotic components, and the in herbivorous animals depend upon the plants and plants. Okay, and these herbivorous animals are eaten by the carnivorous animals. So other animals also depend upon directly or indirectly on the plants, and plants provide the oxygen also. Okay, plant provide the oxygen which is utilized by the animals and human also. And when we respire, we take out carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide is utilized by the plant to manufacture the food. So the plants are absorbing the carbon dioxide also here and reducing the pollution, and in place of that they are giving the pure oxygen. Okay, so that the human or animals can survive. Now here we come the animals need for oxygen. Remember, when plants make food, they take in carbon dioxide from the air and gives out oxygen. Just now I have said in the previous slide, the animals in turn breathe in that oxygen. Plants add oxygen to the air. Without plants to replace the oxygen in air, that animals would die. Okay, you can see here plants preparing food by the process called photosynthesis. They are taking carbon dioxide from humans and the animals. Okay, we respire, okay, and take out the carbon dioxide, and after making food, they give the oxygen, which we take oxygen and spend their life. That is very much important. Here you can see that animals depend upon the plants. This picture we can see that giraffe and elephant eating that plants. Okay, now we will come to discuss about the pollination. An essential process for fruits formation is done by insects only. So plants are also depend upon the insects for the pollination. If pollination will not occur, then fertilization will affected. Okay, insects they do it, moths they do it, butterflies and birds they do it. So everyone is depend upon each other, whether the plants or whether the animals. Now we will see about the reproduction in animals. Okay, first of all, what is reproduction? Reproduction is the biological process by which new individuals, organisms are produced. You can see the diagram. This reproduction system in animals is divided into asexual and sexual, and this asexual is divided into gamation, fragmentation, and this sexual is divided into unisexual, hermaphrodite. Okay, now we don't have to discuss the reproduction in animals. Okay, in this chapter we will discuss the reproduction in plants in a small way, not too much. Okay, the forms of plant reproduction. Okay, first the sexual reproduction, next is asexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, okay, we need the plants for the flowers are important. They have male reproductive parts, that is the stamen, and female reproductive parts, that is the, okay, this is the carpels. Means it comes the stigma also, stigma style, and this is the ovary part, this is the female. Okay, it occurs in within the plant by the help of male reproductive parts and female reproductive parts. I was talking about the sexual reproduction. Now come to the asexual reproduction. Okay, the types of asexual reproduction are binary fission, spore formation, regeneration, budding, fragmentation, and vegetative reproduction. Okay, now we will see one by one in a small way, not a large number. Yes, first of all, budding. The small bulb-like cellular outgrowth called bud is formed on the parent cell that develops into the independent organism, and it occurs in the yeast, which is a single cell. Now, fragmentation. Fragmentation occurs in the spirogyra and fucus, that is the fragment. Different fragments becomes a single species. Spore formation. What happens in the spore formation? The parent plant produces microscopic single or multi-celled spherical bodies which germinate into new plants during favorable condition, that occurs in the ferns and mosses. Okay, we don't have to read too much here. Now here we are coming to the cutting. Okay, cutting comes in the process of artificial methods of vegetative propagation. First of all, what is vegetative propagation? Vegetative propagation is a type of asexual reproduction in which new plants are produced from vegetative parts of the plant like roots, stem, leaves, and buds. Okay, these are the vegetative parts of the plant, and we don't have to go in details, but in the artificial method of vegetative propagation, we have to study the cutting. Okay, here we see cutting, and other also we have to see, that is layering, grafting, tissue culture. But we will see only the cutting. What happens in the cutting? Cutting in this method, the stem with a bud is cut. Okay, here as you see here, stem of a bud is cut and planted in the moist soil. After a few days, the roots and the leaves develop from the cut stem. This method is used for growing rose, bougainvillea, sugarcane. Okay, this is all about the cutting in the artificial method of vegetative propagation. Thank you very much.